We're up. We're up. What's up, Mike? Yeah, you good? Yeah. You're nervous? Nervous about this? Well, you know all these people. These are your people. What what are we doing right now? Are we doing a Zoom? Okay. Okay. Cool. Are we through OBS, am I allowed to can I see
Let's go. All right, hold on. I'm just making sure that everything looks good. How you been, man?
Man, I'm good, dude. Just like busy, like weirdly very, very busy. So lots of these, lots
Yeah,
of like Zoom interview stuff.
yeah. I've been watching
And
everything.
then
Pretty
yeah,
good.
and then just we have so many projects, so many drops, um, and just adapting and innovating, man, like over and over again.
You know, dope. Let me just see if people can hear us.
Okay.
Can you guys hear us? Let me see. Whenever they're ready.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? They say they can hear you. Can you hear
You can hear
me?
me?
Can you hear
Everyone,
Bobby?
can they see me? Can you see me? Can I hear you?
Well, all right, I think they got us. I think we're on.
I have a question for you.
All right, wow, you just switched it up on me real quick. All right,
That's
let's
how
get
this
it.
is going to work.
All right, let's
With the
get it.
lockdown, where is Norway at in the lockdown? What stage are you in? What are your rules? Because our
Um,
rules change every day, and you drive 5 miles that way, and they have different rules than they do here. So
exactly. Right now,
yeah,
it's kind of they're kind of letting some of the rules go. I mean, like because it's our national day on Sunday, so
okay,
they're even letting us being. I think it's like 20 people can hang out together with 1 meter apart in distance.
yep,
And
okay,
if it's an official event, you can be 50 people.
okay.
Schools are open again.
Schools
Um,
are open
yeah. They're
now.
back.
With schools open, was there a spike in cases after schools opened, or no?
What do you mean about cases?
Like were more people?
No,
Yeah.
that just like it's been okay, but they're kind of scared because you know how they're gonna let people hang out now, so people gonna be less, I guess, scared. So they're
Yeah.
they're kind of nervous that it might go up again, but for now it's looking okay. Everybody's taking precautions. I mean, like precautions, and like everybody's washing their hands. Everybody's saying what's up with their elbows and whatnot.
Yeah. It's
But
so weird.
what about you guys?
LA is different than Orange County, which is like just 40 minutes down the road. So everyone kind of has different rules. In LA, it's super strict. Still pretty much lockdown. Some stores are open. They just opened the beaches on Wednesday, but you can't, if you go to the beach, you can't hang out on the beach. You can't sit down on the beach. Like you
What do
have
you
to keep
do?
walking.
Oh, you're
It's
just
well, like so it's good for me because I surf. So for surfing, it's open.
yeah.
But yeah, you can't hang out on the sand. Like you gotta if you are anywhere on the beach, you have to wear a mask.
Hmm.
So like in LA, anytime you leave the house, you have to wear a mask.
Okay.
If you're on the street, if you're going to, definitely if you're going into a building or a market, you have to wear a mask. But even if you're walking outside, you need to wear a mask.
Over here,
So
you
they're
don't have
pretty,
to wear a mask. The only thing they just don't want like, for instance, if you're walking, what you call it? It's like they're gonna get the cops will stop you. Like if you see a crowd that, and if
Yeah.
they actually see you, they'll tell you to
They'll
like
like break it up.
break it up. But it's
Yeah.
it's I guess getting looser right now because yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens after the national the holiday
The holiday.
the holiday because
Are you gonna go out or are you gonna stay home when that happens?
I'm just gonna chill actually because
Yeah.
it's Ramadan as well now.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends do it, and then I'm in solidarity. I'm joining them, so I can't really eat. And it's you know how it's the sun never goes down over here, so
Yeah.
we can't eat or drink until like 10 p.m. So it's no use to going out after that. You can
Oh my
basically just
gosh.
eat some. I don't know, I guess, but it's all good. I mean, I'm happy just like to have something to do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was kind of scared in the beginning with like a lot of job or a lot of work and
Yeah.
stuff not getting gone through and then yeah, but slowly we've been creative with our with our work, so
Yeah.
we're managing.
Good.
And I seen
Good.
you. I see you be more hands on the brand these days. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I actually feel like the brand is at a place where I'm most comfortable with it right now. Like the rhythm, the pace of the projects we're putting out. It's everything's like at a really deliberate pace. I like it. It's just usually I feel like I'm drowning.
Yeah,
Like there's too much going on. There's too much noise. I can't keep up with my own work. And now everything is slowed down to a momentum where I can really breathe and think through things.
yeah,
So the product is more thoughtful to me.
yeah,
It's more meaningful, and I think that translates to the customer. Like they can see that I genuinely care more about every single thing we're putting out.
yeah. I feel like I'm back where I was when I was reading the blog. You know, the
Yeah,
hundreds.com. Like when we got to be like really firsthand when it comes to your processes and like
yeah,
how you made the design, the high anxiety shirt you just made a couple of weeks
yeah.
back. That was genius. I know that you
Thanks.
genuinely wanted just to show, but that's a genius
Yeah,
move.
I've been bleaching sweatpants. I bleached my
Yeah, bleach your hair.
hair.
Oh my, that's
Bleached
sick.
my hair.
He's back. He's
This
back.
is so Norway, isn't it?
100%. You look like your name would be Ola.
I look like I'm in BTS,
100%.
or I look like, or I
There's
look
no
like a
shame in your
SoundCloud
game though.
rapper.
BTS is dope.
I love BTS.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, how like how's that been transcending to like to the customers? You said they like it, but have you been getting a lot of comments on you showing like how you
yeah, I
position it?
think our customers, like people have been asking how our business is, and we sell to young people,
Mm-hmm.
and young people already feel invincible and don't already, like within the context of just generations, have always felt like they're different from adults. Like they don't worry as much about the same stuff. They don't carry a lot of the same anxieties that someone my age does or someone
Mm-hmm.
my parents' age does. So even within the context of coronavirus, even though young people know it's out there and it's obviously that they can be affected health wise by it,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, it seems like they feel genuinely insulated from it. Like it's not as pressing or dire of a concern on average.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are teenagers who are freaking out on the same level that a 50-year-old is, but for the most part, like whenever I'm around a lot of young people, they never wear their masks. I'm like, yo, put your mask on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they just, they're like, this is life and they don't know any better. And
yeah,
then compare that to someone like my children who for them, like, this is nothing.
yeah,
Like they just think that this happens every 10 years. Like they don't even realize that this is a crazy big deal.
yeah, yeah,
And so their generation is going to be even stronger and more courageous and more confident as they move forward. And so saying all that, because within the relationship of buying product or supporting streetwear brands right now, they're more into it than ever. Overall in the US, clothing sales have taken a huge dump. normal clothing, like adult clothing.
Mhm.
But streetwear brands are doing well, especially if they have like good online business.
Yeah, I've
So
seen a lot of people doing good on, and that's a fact over here in Norway as well. I talked to a lot of my friends who run shops and whatnot, and then they're saying that their online sales are going pretty good. And in the beginning, it
yeah,
was really it was like a team, like everybody wanted to support as well, and
yeah,
like support locally, which is really cool. And yeah,
that's cool.
and
That is really cool.
what I was thinking about is like, you guys have done a new collaboration with Puma, or yeah,
Yes.
the
Yeah,
click,
yeah, yeah.
the clicks.
Yes.
How's that?
Um,
How's that gone for you?
yeah, so we started this conversation with Puma maybe like a year and a half ago. And I remember it was right around the time that Nipsey Hussle passed. And Nipsey was a good friend of mine, and he had a relationship with going with Puma. And I always respected how Puma supported his work and his music. Um, a lot of people became fans of Nipsey after, but here in LA, especially, people were very much aware of his presence and his repertoire. He's such a talented person, but he's
Yes.
also very smart, bright, and he was a leader in the community. And so the fact that Puma co-signed him for all those years and supported him, that won a lot of points in my book. And so they came to us with an idea of let's do a collaboration, and it wasn't just one shoe. It was let's do an entire collection. We'll do clothes. You can have 4 shoes with a pair of slides and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, now I can tell a full story. It's not just like a one-off thing. And the story I thought I wanted to tell was something I've been thinking about since I was in high school. I've always been really fascinated with the way that youth culture moves in terms of cliques.
Yep.
And there's high school cliques will always exist. If as anyone who's watching this, if you're young and you still remember what it was like to be in high school, like you remember how the certain cliques were separated, but today it's a little bit harder to tell who's a part of what just by the way that they dress.
Hmm.
Whereas when I was growing up in the 90s, it was easier to identify which tribe people were parts of just by the way that they were wearing their clothes. So the skaters dressed a certain way, the ravers dressed a certain way, and then there was like the skinhead punks and the theater kids and the jocks, like the athletes, and everyone dressed a certain way, and they also listened to their own genre of music, and they also shared their own philosophies and points of view. Like skaters listened to this kind of punk music and this kind of rap music, whereas
Hmm.
jocks might have listened to more of like a jock rap kind of music. And
Yeah.
and it was cool back then because of that, because we had these tribes. But then I think it's also cooler the way it is today, where you don't know who someone is just by the way that they dress.
Hmm.
You know, anyone can wear streetwear, a skater, a surfer, b-boy, punk rock kid. They can all wear a brand like Supreme, and you won't know anything about them just because of the way that they're dressed.
Yeah.
You don't know if someone's a gangbanger. You don't know if someone's like a straight A student, just because they're wearing a certain brand. And so I think kids overall have become more inclusive and like more encompassing with how they dress.
Yeah, because I remember before, especially in Little Oslo, if I saw someone with SB dunks
Yeah.
in 03, 05, 2000, if you guys remember that year, I could easily just go up to the person and just
Yeah.
talk, and I would know what kind of music he was listening
Yes.
to, and
Yeah.
I would know I probably had to found his username on Nike Talk. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that was the only way to like.
That's
I
exactly.
knew the traits of a person
Yes.
with Nike Dunks or a 100 shirt or
Yeah.
whatnot.
And now you don't know, like anyone can wear Supreme. I'll see like an 80-year-old woman wearing a Supreme hat. Like there's that meme.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
there, like, a 6-year-old kid is wearing a Supreme hat. And it doesn't mean that they share all the same taste in music and food and political views or anything. It's just they all love that brand. So there's something lost with the way that it is now, but there's also something really nice about the
Yeah.
fact that people are open to everything. Like
Yep.
they listen to all kinds of music. Where when I was growing up, it was like, oh, you dress like a punk, you listen to punk music, that's it.
Mhm.
It's like, well, you can be a punk, but also listen to rap music, and you can also listen to classical music, and that's cool. And that's how it is today. So that's where the overarching narrative lot was about with the project.
Tell about the clicks. It was you have the preppy ones.
Yeah, so we centered on three different 90s clicks, which were the preps, the preppy ones. Like, if you remember a show called Saved by the Bell, that would be like Zach Morris.
Yep.
I think they even called him like preppy on the show, like
Yeah,
that was his
Slater would call him prep.
later,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, he'd be like, "What's up, preppy?" or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's the prep, the polished, like all American white kid with like blonde hair and
With your hair, actually.
with
Kind
my hair. I actually had like Zach Morris's hair right now. This is the exact color of it. And then we have the jock, which was more the athlete, and jocks in my school were the antithesis of like what a skater or a punk was. And then the third category was what we ended up calling party crew. In Europe, in America, everyone has a little bit of a different terminology about what that is, but it's basically a raver.
Yeah.
And so ravers in the 90s especially looked and dressed a certain way, and they all wore those Puma Clydes, and they wore certain colors of those Puma Clydes.
Oof.
And so, yes.
These are my favorite. This is my favorite from the set, man. It's crazy.
Those are the best. Like from the outside, they are the classic black Puma Clyde that everyone knows with a white form stripe, has a little wildfire logo on the back with a gold leaf. Because that's like my style. I dress pretty understated. And then on the inside of the shoes, it's like those straight up 90s colorways that the ravers used to wear. And so there's like a little bit of pop.
And that's a very hundreds type of thing to do as well. Like that's why I like every time you guys make like a collection or whatever, it's like
there's like a lot of darks. And then the same with the slides, right?
Yep.
I'm sure you have the slides there too, but like the slides, yeah, you can take off the Velcro. And so it goes back to being just a normal black Velcro, but then we have like those 90s colors.
Yep. No, that's what do you have like a favorite piece from the set or from the collection?
I really like the track jackets. So track jackets to me were very 90s, and they were also cross culture. So B-boys would wear something like that. Same time, like just like a kid who was into soccer would wear something like that as well, right? So that's such a 90s look. I love the way not a lot of people are making track jackets right now. They're making like we're still in the mode of fleece, like pullover hoodies and stuff like that, but I feel like everyone looks nice in a track jacket. It just was like refreshing to see something different on the rack. And also it looks like very European, like when people wear it.
100%. This is a really nice detail though. The bomb with the Puma
logo and like turn into the bomb.
Very nice, very nice.
I love the way we do our logo lockups like that. Yeah.
Crazy. So
you guys have that in store now?
Yeah. So we have they have the Clydes from the party crew.
Yep.
They have the suit.
Oh, nice. Yep.
With the matching hoodie. The hoodie one, the gray hoodie. That's a nice logo, man. Who drew this? This is really sick.
I think Eddie worked on that. Who's one of our graphic designers? Just based off of the
And it has a really like a 90s aesthetic with on the line. And then you have the matching the white tee and the crossbar there. And then they also have the 2020s.
Yep.
About the black on.
Yeah, so then the fourth piece of this collection, the fourth chapter, is everything today. So modern looking streetwear. That's the 2020 hoodie, using some like the 90s iconography. And then there's like a pair of like RS Puma runners also that of course wasn't. So that, again, driving home the statement that today if a kid is wearing that, you don't know what tribe they're a part of.
Yep.
Anyone could wear black on black, wear like a modern streetwear look.
And it has a really nice finish to it because it's it's kind of like rubberized.
Yeah, it's like it's high density rubberized print.
Pretty dope.
And then our camo print is kind of cracked in there too.
Yeah, 100%. Is it like some people were asking me? Is it Puma apparel with the hundreds vibe, or is it the?
Yeah, Puma manufactured everything.
I was fortunate to do the shoot, the Norwegian version of the lookbook.
Yeah,
really stoked on that.
Thank you.
And for the lookbook, we had to have, just to complete the pictures, we had to have some shoes. And I know they don't have this at Urban, but this is crazy, man. This
Yeah.
is sick.
Those shoes, they're typically low, I think, and they're tennis shoes actually. So they
Oh.
brought them to us as tennis shoes, and then we were like, what if we make them into basketball shoes and just to make it look like more of a basketball look?
Mhm.
And then there's another pair of shoes from from this collaboration that were basketball shoes. I think they're called the Court Victory or
Yeah,
something
the
like
white
that.
ones, the white ones.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we made those basketball shoes look like tennis shoes. Like we flipped
Yeah,
it.
because it has the
So
kind of Agassi type of vibe on
yeah,
it, right?
exactly. That
Yeah,
like 90s
we're probably not
uh,
supposed to say that,
vibe,
but
renegade.
yeah,
Well, I still love Andre Agassi
yeah,
anyways. He's also just an icon in general.
100%. But how was it? Because I saw a video of you guys going to Germany to actually to make this
Oh,
happen.
to design the collection?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of the really cool parts of the process. You know, Puma, when people think of Puma, they think of this huge corporation, which it is.
Hmm.
But we had a really intimate working relationship with their design team. And that's ultimately what made the project so fun and fruitful for us was that their design team was almost like a sister brother relationship with the hundreds, same type of personalities, same type of philosophies. We learned a lot from them. They're very patient and kind, just really cool kids. And Puma flew their design team out multiple times, like the entire team, to sit here in the office with us here in LA, put them up, you know, in hotels, and like they were here working with us day and night on the collection. Then we flew out to Herzog, which is like an hour outside of Nuremberg
Hmm.
in Germany, and got to work with them within their offices, and they were taking us out to their town where they ate dinner every night. And it was like, dude, it was the best part. Like I'll remember the collection, but like really what I'll always remember is what it was like to work with them and the memories we made with them during the process. It was a lot of fun.
And I bet like that's a lot of the motivation of like making these collections
Yeah,
with different people. So like all the connections you make and the stories you guys have, and I mean
always,
it's crazy. Yeah.
always. I mean, how many times I've known you now forever, and I've been with you around a lot of work stuff. I don't remember anything that was going on work wise, like what we were releasing, what we were promoting, or anything. But I remember like the memories I had with you.
Hmm.
You know, like the one thing that we talk about in this company throughout the pandemic about what we miss. We're like, oh, Oslo, like
Yeah.
Norway.
Come
You
back,
know,
man!
it's our favorite
As soon as
place.
it
I was supposed to be there right now,
I
like
know we were supposed to do this live.
yeah, we were supposed to do this live. And so I was looking forward to it all year. Like it's my favorite trip every year to go to Oslo and spend time with everyone there.
Shout out
You know, I
Nicholas.
have so many friends there, and just the food and the weather, like everything's so great.
Yep.
So, you know, hopefully by this time next year, this all clears up and we can stoke it back up again. But yeah, I miss Norway more than anywhere.
Yes. So I was gonna ask you, what's next for you guys?
Yeah, we're doing so much. So as far as like in the immediate future, we're doing three projects with Stanley Kubrick.
Oh,
Stanley Kubrick, the first one drops on Thursday. It's with The Shining, which is great pandemic movie material right now. And then after that, I think it's Full Metal Jacket, then Clockwork Orange.
oh,
So we have a bunch of those, and then I'm doing a lot of just fun creative projects in the interim. As you've seen, like with the sweatpants, I made another pair of sweatpants that we're going to be dropping. Our summer collection just dropped yesterday. It's crushing it. It's doing really well. And
the
then on the
shorts, man, the shorts,
all the
the
different kinds
leopard
of,
shorts. Oh my god.
and then on the digital front, we're just doing a ton, man. Like I fired up my TikTok just to show a lot of process videos. I'm not doing dances. It's just, and then we have this thing called the Hundreds TV now. So if you go to tv.thehundreds.com, eventually it's going to get to a point where it's 24 hours a day, just live content
Wow,
stream from around the world. I mean, we had kind of talked about doing something like this with you back in the day,
let's do
but
it.
now we actually have the platform to do it. So like, if you can think of a live show you can do, even if it's something like this where you just interview someone, you know, you can do it on your schedule. So at like 3 in the morning here, you guys are live, you know, just
That's
doing it.
dope.
but we're starting to build out that channel, and it's cool because it's basically like this what we're doing right now, but people can buy as they're watching.
Yeah,
So as I talk about that shoe,
it'll
it'll
pop
pop
up,
up,
up. Yeah,
click on it.
that's
So
that's that, that's what's
that's the
so dope about you guys, because like you guys always make sure to connect people and like make people feel like they're a part of the brand. Like
oh yeah,
I remember reading the blog as a kid, and when I got to the store for the first time, I felt like I knew you guys,
yeah,
and then like you're not as, because you know, like for us back in Little Norway, it's like you guys are it was just crazy to walk on Fairfax, and then
yeah,
you kind of felt safe on Rosewood, the alley. You knew that like
yeah,
these are your people. It's pretty cool,
yeah,
and you guys always make sure to like put on the culture. Like
yeah, exactly.
who else writes a whole piece about Supreme drop?
Yeah,
You would do that on the
yeah,
phone pursuits
yeah,
back in the
always.
day, and then that's why like I feel like the hundreds is always been huge, and always like you guys are. It's forever, man. And you already know. And I hope like you guys gonna have time to reflect upon that, because it's crazy.
Well, to everyone who's watching this, I hope you appreciate how special Mike is in terms of bridging our worlds, and my appreciation for Oslo and Norway very much comes because of Mike, also Niklas.
Yeah, Nicholas is the connector,
And but yeah, I mean, Mike is like, you're a very special character. You're a big fish in a small pond over there, and like I feel like you're one of us, but you are our satellite out in Norway. So, but yeah, man, we're so proud of you, man, all the time. I know
Appreciate it,
we're
man.
gonna be friends forever.
Appreciate it, man. And then
Yeah.
it's cool. I was so nervous when they asked me to do this. I'm like,
Why? It's just us
because
hanging out.
I know, huh? But
Yeah.
what else? There's some questions in the.
Yeah, you can ask.
They're asking, will there be a second collection?
Yes, there actually is a second collection of Pumas coming. Puma and the Hundreds coming out in the fall. Four more pairs of shoes, four different shoes, all different apparel pieces. Really excited. That one is, the story's more about sustainability, being just friendly to the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
What
that.
else? Any other questions?
Other questions. Um, what is this? This is crazy. So people are not
What is
understanding
it? I
that.
can answer that for you. It's an interview with. I'm interviewing Mike about the Hundreds and Puma. That's what's happening.
People are saying shout out from oh, they met you in Barcelona at the bread and butter.
Varsity.
There's like OG people here, man.
Who was that?
Agnes, remember Agnes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're like out here supporting, and like, when I called them, like we're talking about today, and they're like, "What?" 'Cause, they're stoked. People are stoked.
I
What?
wish I could be in Europe right now, man. I wish I could be up in your neck of the woods in
Yeah.
Norway too. Yeah, sometimes it seems like the world was so small for so long. Like everyone with the internet, everyone, we can
Yeah.
do this. Now it seems like we're further apart than ever. And so that part kind of bums me out. I just want to get back to traveling.
Yep.
I want people to be able to travel here.
Are there like? Do you guys have a lot of projects already that are already postponed? Or I mean, like,
Yeah. We ended up having to postpone a lot of stuff because they're hinged on us throwing a lot of events around them or doing stuff in store. And so we kind of like postponed those projects. But for the most part, we've always had just like you noted earlier, just a strong online presence and engagement. So it's always been like native to us to like sell online, and our customers are comfortable finding us online. So it hasn't been too big of a problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta show my favorite the 100 shirt of all time.
Oh, wow.
Real quick, just real quick.
Wow.
Have you seen
That is
that?
classic. That's got to be like 10 years old now.
Yep, it's from the fifth collection.
How old are you now, Mike?
Oh wow, are you with FBI?
Is that rude to ask?
No, I'm 32.
Man, that's a trip.
It's
You
been
used to
it's.
be like 17 years old.
I remember it was crazy. I was looking at some pictures when the first time I saw you guys with Iron Mike at the store. It was crazy. I don't even know. Like, and a half year later, Iron Mike hit me up on MySpace for some weird reason, and
Oh my God.
for some weird reason, and that's how I got all the Lost Boys shirts. I still have them
Wow.
pristine with like
Wow.
the fitted, the green fitted.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And even at this, man. Remember this? Rest in peace, Santa Monica. Man.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. You're doing it right.
I swear to God.
You.
But
Look at you.
no, but yeah, thank you for your time, Bobby.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there. I wish I was there. I was supposed to be there. We were scheduled for this to happen in Norway. Obviously, because of COVID, we're not doing it. But the first chance I have to fly out to Oslo, even if it's for 24 hours, I'm coming for you.
That's a promise.
I want to party with y'all. I want to party.
Got you. Nice.
And I want to eat good food. I want to go out to the fjords. I want to eat shrimp toast.
Oof.
Dude, I'm
Hey,
trying to hang.
you guys should start vlogging again, man.
I am vlogging.
No, vlogging. The
Oh,
videos.
vlogging. Like on YouTube?
Yeah, remember when you guys had all those episodes from Norway?
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. Like actually like a videographer's following
Yeah.
us around and everything.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's part of the Hundreds TV ramping up is that stuff's going to hopefully start coming back. So that's
Sick.
why I'm plugging the Hundreds TV a lot. It'll happen.
Sick. So everybody, this is Bobby Hundreds of the Hundreds. Check out the new clothing with Puma at Urban and online, and what do they call it again? Drip. Get your drip.
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't use that vernacular. I would
right.
sound like you're talking like that.
All
All right,
Bobby.
thanks, Mike.
Thank you, man. Stay safe.
Thank you,
Say
everyone,
what's
for
up to
watching.
everybody.
Follow me and Bobby Hundreds on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. I'm there.
Get them. All right. Peace.
All right.